Well, good Monday afternoon, everybody. I'm meteorologist Tim Pandages. Yesterday's highs triple digits, and that's notable because it's the first time, at least at Busch, they've seen 100 degrees since 2020. August 29, 2020 was the last time we had a triple-digit reading. Now, we average about 3 every year. The most 100-degree days in a season, if you're wondering, was back in 2011. 46 days that year were 100 or hotter. In fact, August of that year, 30 of the 31 days in August were above 100. Just unbelievable. And that was also the year of the big-time drought. This year so far, obviously, we've just had 1. Likely we'll have 2 either today or at some other point during this week because the heat isn't going anywhere anytime soon. Forecast high this afternoon, 100 at Busch, 98 in Katy, 99 in Sugar Land. Now, there is the small chance of an isolated shower or thunderstorm, and that may briefly drop temperatures before the sun comes back out and the humidity just really increases. All right, let's look at June overall. So far, we're about 2/3 of the way through the month. Up through the 19th yesterday, 17 of those 19 days so far have been above average. You see those in the red there. Several occasions that we were at 99. Yesterday was our first triple-digit day. Now, it's notable across the board at all of our climate sites. Houston at Busch, currently the #1 hottest June on record with 4 heat records so far. Houston at Hobby, currently ranked as the 2nd hottest June on record with 5 heat records. And then there's Galveston, coming off their hottest May on record, now experiencing their hottest June on record so far with 13 heat records set just up through the 19th. High temperatures going forward the next 5 days. Triple digits today. A little bit less hot tomorrow in the upper 90s with a slightly greater shower chance in the afternoon and a few extra clouds too. And then triple digits pretty much the remainder of the week and for most of next weekend. Now you may be wondering, well, when will this heat come to an end? It's not looking likely anytime soon because our general pattern isn't moving anywhere anytime soon. So this is the long-range outlook. We're going from the end of June right up to Independence Day on July the 4th. And there's just no change in the overall pattern here. Above average temperatures likely to persist. All right, we've been keeping track now of our 95-degree plus days at Busch, and we rank them with the last 5 years to date. So far this year, 17 days, 95 degrees or hotter. Highest of the last 5. In terms of 90-degree days, we've had 40 so far this year. Compared with years past, we're also #1 in that. Closest is 2018. That had 36 up through this date. All right, the reason why, check out the water vapor loop here. Now, this is satellite imagery that shows us dry air and moist air. It's a little bit easier to kind of see how fluid the atmosphere is when we use this filter. You can see the ridging setting on up over the central parts of the country. The jet stream is doing this kind of kink in its overall trend, allowing hot, humid air to surge northwards, all the way up into Minnesota where they're dealing with record heat as well. Now this pattern, as we go out in time, doesn't do much. It does expand a little bit off to the west, but then flattens out a bit by the weekend, but sits on top of us, meaning temperatures, hot, dangerously hot temperatures, aren't going anywhere anytime soon, up to around 103 by Sunday afternoon. Now that's the air temperature, keep in mind. With the humidity still present, it'll feel likely 3, 4, 5 degrees hotter than that. Out there this afternoon, we've got a few clouds building, a little bit of a haze out there. Not the Saharan dust this time around. It's more of air pollution and elevated levels of ozone this time around. Harris, Brazoria, Galveston likely seeing the worst of those conditions for respiratory issues between 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. later this afternoon. Let's talk rain chances now. 20% chance on Monday. By Tuesday, tomorrow, it goes up to 30%. Not extraordinarily high, but we'll take it because after that, it's a big old goose egg Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday with no rainfall coming our way. In fact, 5-day range here, cumulative. Look at this big hole right over Harris County into Fort Bend in northern Brazoria. No rain at all expected there, and little, if any, anywhere else. Here's future track going through the next couple of days. This afternoon, there's that risk for a spotty, isolated shower or downpour. If you get it, great. Most of us will be dry still. And then tomorrow, we kind of do it all over again. A few more isolated to scattered showers and thunderstorms developing, driven by the daytime heating, nothing else. And then once that sun sets, everything falls apart. Drought situation, it's just worsening and expanding across our area. Extreme drought conditions are really growing in extremity all across our southeastern areas, cities and counties along the coast, really dealing with a lot of drought issues. On top of that, we've got burn bans that are up because of the sustained dry conditions in many counties. 6 cities and counties now have those burn bans initiated. Galveston joined that list last week. So for this afternoon, expect temperatures hot again, upper 90s to around 100, only a 20% chance of an isolated shower or thunderstorm. Once we get past later this evening, the sun goes down, all of that activity will fall apart. All right, how about out in the tropics now? No development expected over the next 5 days, and a big contributor to that is the amount of dust that's currently out there, especially in the main development region. We've got another plume here. Concentration's not terribly high, but over the Caribbean, and some of that dust will make it into our upper levels over our sky here in southeast Texas by later on this week. Now, it's good that there's no tropical development, because if there was, the Gulf of Mexico is just cooking right now. Water temperatures in the northern Gulf off the Louisiana coast and southeastern Texas coast, 90s. Low 90s is what the sea surface temperature is. For tropical development, you only need 80-degree water temperatures, and we have that. So if there was to be a storm that meandered in here and all the other conditions were right, this fuel, it would be like rocket fuel for these storms to develop fast. All right, 7-day forecast. Not much change as we go forward straight through another week and into another weekend of temperatures well above average. Record challenging likely by later this week and into the weekend. 102 by Saturday, 103 on Sunday.